Hi, folks. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Ryan, one of your hosts. Today, we're preparing to gouge out our eyes because we're watching some culty propaganda, but we're doing it together. So doesn't that count for something, right? Don't you think, Dr. Time Waster?
Togetherness. No, I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't have. I didn't bring propaganda today. I only brought y'all the truth.
Oh, thank goodness.
I see. Well, that's a big difference. Well, we'll let you go first then, since it's the truth.
Well, welcome everybody. Thanks for coming. We're gonna just hang out and watch some videos. Dobstopper was not gonna be able to join us today, but we may or may not have a special guest. We'll see. But otherwise, we're gonna have fun. I only have seen the video I have brought to share. I have not seen theirs, and I assume vice versa. So we're all gonna blind react and watch some stuff and talk about it and hang out and have good times. So
yeah,
how you guys feel about that?
Mine's gonna bore you to tears, and I love it. I love that for you. I do.
Mine's gonna piss you off, but
mine's is the truth.
Okay, well then we'll have a range. Then we're gonna bring people a range of emotion today. So it's like the gambit. It's the perfect Friday.
Mine is anti-Jehovah Witness. But it's not anti-religious.
I'm down with anti-Jehovah's Witness.
But it's the truth, though. I think I'm switching over. I think I'm switching over to these people because I think they have a better explanation than I thought.
Okay. So you think?
All right. Well,
so you say.
I say we have a look-see. A look-see.
There we go.
When early Watchtower teachings that the world entered the so-called time of the end in 1799, that Jesus returned invisibly in 1874, and that the world would end in 1914 were proven false. Doctrine was conveniently readjusted. In the new version.
Y'all think y'all know what group has made this video?
Is it the Mormons?
It does have a bit of a more like that old Mormon cartoony style related. Yeah.
1914 became the date of both Christ's invisible return and the beginning of the time of the end.
Pause for a second.
This date was put forth not.
Okay, so I mean, this is such an easily debunkable thing. It's hilarious, but I also just wanted to mention the dates that they had originally back there. Like some of them were kind of in very difficult financial and global times too. I think one of them was like a couple of years after the Civil War, right? So putting that in perspective, around World War I. A time of desperation and uncertainty in the world. And it's just such a great emotional tactic to, lean in on those kinds of things and use that to your advantage to sound credible on a topic that really just has nothing to do with any of it. So anyway, continue. Go ahead.
But now the question you got to ask yourself, are you going to defend the Jehovah's against the Mormons?
Pick a side.
I have no loyalty here. I have none.
Interpretation, but as hard, indisputable fact. Jesus started out originally as the local.
And right. Wow.
Archangel.
So did Mormons also think they cut their hair and all that stuff?
What, Jesus with the buzz cut?
Yeah, like the different portrayals of Jesus in different religions and cultures. Jehovah's Witnesses portrayed Jesus to be similar to that, where he's he's got like a beard, but he's got really nice
John Wick.
Huh?
You got that John Wick.
Now that's a religion I could follow. That's a Jesus I could follow.
Noted. Make him look more like Keanu Reeves.
Do better next time, Jehovah.
It'll work. Oh, go ahead. Keep going.
who then
I
came
was
to
listening
earth
to the
as the
background.
virgin-born Son of Mary. He was a perfect, sinless man, but he was only a man, devoid of all divinity. Jesus walked the earth as a man, becoming the Christ only when he was baptized.
Bruh.
Jehovah's Witnesses hold the cross in contempt, feeling that it is nothing more than a pagan symbol used by apostate Christendom. Instead, they teach that at the completion of his ministry, Jesus died, not on the cross, but on an upright stake.
Why does it matter?
Christ's body was then laid in a tomb, where it was disintegrated by God.
It wasn't disintegrated, it was desiccated. Get it right.
Jesus was then recreated by the Father.
Y'all starting to see the truth?
Whoa, good thing.
Just like that.
Like it's one thing to say you have. At least y'all don't have to say that y'all deconstructed from Jehovah's Witness to Mormon though. At least you go like.
I'm not reverting nothing.
You didn't go from like, you know what? I don't believe Jehovah's Witness, but these Mormons, they making sense.
No, could never would.
Before going to heaven, he materialized in different bodies on different occasions to convince his disciples and others that he had really been resurrected.
Where is this?
Jesus returned to his Father in heaven.
Oh, look, he's flying.
There's Superman cape on that.
Jesus, guys, look. Up and away. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Jesus.
That's how he just flies.
It's a rocket. It's a satellite.
But here's the thing, though. Why would he need wings in space?
Well, hold on. Time out. What does this have to do with Jehovah's Witnesses? I'm sorry. Lost.
They're trying to prove that the Mormons are saying that y'all are wrong because, they are wrong because
of this extra bit that they have from their truth book that also isn't the Bible, but a postmodern version of, including the flying.
They're allowed to make up their own stories. That's okay.
Yeah. At least you're not part of the people who deconstructed from one religion to the next.
Yeah, that's stupid. That's mad stupid.
Some people need stepping stones, right? Some people.
I mean, but Mormon and Jehovah's Witness is not like going down.
Anybody who goes to one religion and then to another, it's like a dog eating its vomit. Like that's straight out the Bible.
I don't know of any. I don't know of any ex-Mormons who became Jehovah's Witness or any Jehovah's Witness who became ex-Mormons. And there's actually a small, like that specific of a swap. But I've seen some data that shows that, there is a certain amount of people who remain religious after they leave Jehovah's Witnesses and just go into a different religion. But honestly, I don't know that I don't know many that went, I'm going to pick one that's almost identical to mine in all the ways that I probably am leaving. Like,
I mean, it's like mirror. It's funny watching. It's like they're making the same argument.
He became Michael the Archangel. He will never again be seen on the earth in visible form. But
so the Jehovah's Witnesses and Mormons both agree.
Wait, about the Jesus
and Michael, the same person.
Superman Jesus, or
Jesus and Michael being the same person, I believe. I think that's what they're saying.
What was the coming back in multiple different forms all over the world part? I don't remember that part.
I am not sure. I don't know if that's
I didn't remember. This is all new to me. I didn't even watch it. I just saw I said,
visibly from the heavens. When he executes judgment over the world at Armageddon, he will destroy all but the faithful Jehovah's Witnesses.
Is that the Twin Towers back there? Damn, Jehovah. Go hard.
Fires out.
Dang.
I know when they made this cartoon.
I see what they're doing.
Damn, Jesus blew up a church. She stepped.
They're trying to make Jehovah Witness seem scary by saying this.
Mm-hmm.
If you ain't part of that 144.
Well, to be fair, though, I'd say that's an accurate, valid thing to be like a criticism, because they do be believing that that it's going to be great when Jehovah gets rid of the 8 billion people to save the 8 million people.
Yep, exactly.
Jesus, alias Michael, will always remain invisible to those on earth and can be seen only by the 144,000 select Jehovah's Witnesses who rule with him from heaven.
Oh, the guy up front looked perverted. He was like, I'm waiting for you, baby.
Creepy. I mean, I think I agree with them. It is a little creepy.
Let's get up. So we all gonna we gonna switch over to Mormonism, right?
Hell no.
No, that will not be happening.
I thought y'all was down.
I strolled on myself. No, I am definitely not down. But I do think it's funny when these religions like fuss at each other, like back and forth. Like, come on, you have the same stupid different interpretations. Like
this, it sounds very similar to how Jehovah's Witness talk.
Exactly. I mean, they have some far-fetched ideas themselves. I mean, the fact that they have a whole book that was crafted and a dude had like some rocks and a hat and just to read these plates. Come on, give
Golden
me a break.
Tab. He's the only person. It's just a whole trust me. It was a whole trust me, bro.
Trust me, bro. Cool story, bro. Trust me, bro.
Yeah,
exactly.
I was like, I don't know. I don't think there's no way you could sell that story to me. Like, it's just like that just don't sound believable.
My favorite part is when they make parts of somebody else's version sound so unbelievable, but then their parts are but obviously this part is true.
And they both equally
crazy.
They both equally crazy. It's like, yeah, but they crazy. Theirs don't make no.
But sense. They use blue font. Who does that?
Okay, so we both believe that Jesus, was resurrected from after being dead. But how dare they think he died on a stake instead of a cross? Like, oh,
right. I am not sure why that matters, other than now you have merchandise that you have to correct.
And that's like that's proof that they wrong. Like, look, see, they say cross, we say stake. Obviously, they're wrong.
Right.
And you really think about it, but you really think about it, like if you was to look at a cross from the side, it would just look like a stake, because you wouldn't see it. So maybe the Jehovah's Witnesses was standing on the wrong side.
They were just standing next to Jesus this way.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man. Okay. Do you want me to present mine now?
Yes. I'd love to see it.
All right. Okay. Now I kind of feel embarrassed after watching Tyler's because that was really good. Mine's honestly so freaking. It's so boring. It's funny. All right. So it's about 4 minutes long, but we can pause it. Well, we need to pause it first.
So what is the context of this? Or do we not get? Or is it because we didn't get any context from Tyler? So that was fun.
That's true. We had to guess. I'll give you some context. So this is one of the videos that the Jehovah's Witnesses were recently bragging about, like 2 months ago, that they've spent millions of dollars to create these episodes of Jesus' life. So this is episode 2, my son, and this part is so painstakingly boring. I just don't understand. So you cannot understand with me.
Okay.
And immediately the Spirit impelled him to go into the wilderness.
Buzz cut Jesus.
So he continued in the wilderness for 40 days.
It looks like
being tempted by Satan. He was with the wild beasts, but the
Sorry.
angels
No, it's
were
fine.
ministering to him.
Also,
If he was
didn't
in the
the
desert by
foundation do
himself,
this?
how they know?
Say again.
So-
I didn't know he
oh,
was in the desert. If he was in the desert and nobody was with him, how they know what happened?
magic, God
That's a
magic.
great question.
The Holy
Who was there
Spirit.
Who was there when God created the world? Who's telling that freaking
Crisis
story?
fish.
Crisis. Crisis fish. Like, man, what are you doing?
Don't
No.
do it.
Oh,
One
I
day
see
this
what
is
he's
gonna be
doing.
bad.
Here, let me write that down for him.
God damn it.
Technically,
God.
that's not wrong if we did evolve from crisis fish. So, you know. This whole walking through the desert and stuff is, I don't know if anybody's seen the show Foundation, but there's like a whole section where it looks a little suspiciously
No, but I've been told I should watch it. I have been told that I should watch it.
I don't think those sandals are adequate to walk in the desert for 40 days.
Like,
well, in
please.
Foundation, he did it barefoot. It was part of the trials and tribulations.
He was barefoot? His foot must be raw at the bottom.
Yeah, he looked pretty bad at the end of it.
You get callous after a while.
Oh. Ooh,
I mean,
I bet this.
But I have a feeling this is not what his shoes look like. I'm just saying. But anyhow.
He probably had on some combat boots. He had on combat boots.
It does add to the symbolism of what they're trying to show, which is a vast desert of harsh environment.
Exactly.
And he had poorly adequate, materials to equip himself in the desert, but that's just how wonderful he is. He endured.
It lends to the theme.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. It's getting to the good part.
He was about 30 years old, being the son, as the opinion was, of Joseph, son of Heli.
He doesn't look like Ben Affleck's brother
Son of Mathat, son of Levi.
Uh-oh.
Son of Melchi.
Uh-oh.
Son of Janai.
A lot of boning going on here.
Son of Joseph. Son of Mattathias. Son of
They
Amos.
never mentioned the mothers.
And yeah, actually,
Son of
a valid argument
Son of
for
Esla.
tracking genetics and like who family lines over the years. It's much easier to track through, the female line, especially since you can physically watch them and confirm that they've given birth versus anyone can say somebody is somebody's father. And,
Exactly.
how long did we have before we actually had evidence to prove one way or the other?
Yeah, man. If somebody clipped some of these videos of me saying, I'm your father,
yeah,
stepdad, 400 years from now.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, you could claim pretty much anything you want when there's no way to prove otherwise.
Mm-hmm. I mean, back then they couldn't. Maybe
now.
Now.
That's their logic, right? Like we say things like you should have evidence before you make a claim, but they make the claim and then find the evidence later.
Mm-hmm. They let their bias lead them. Follow my nose.
Which is evident by their evidence. Anyway, okay.
Their evidence is evident.
Son of Nagai.
Sorry, I forgot we were doing this.
Son of Maath. Son of Mattathias. Son of Simeon.
Simeon.
Son of Josek.
Is he using magic?
Son of Jodah.
Grow.
Son of Johanan.
Oh my god.
Son of Risa. Son of Zerubbabel. Son of Shealtiel.
Stop it. Stop voting.
Just keep it going.
Son of Melchi.
Realizing who he is.
Son of
right
Agai.
now.
Son of Kosam. Son of Elnadam. Son of
Just why? I want to know.
Son of Jesus.
Son
of Eliezer.
There was already a Jesus?
Son of
Other
Joram.
Jesuses, can you believe it? There wasn't
Son
one
of
Jesus.
Mathat.
What?
That
Son
put
of
the whole
Levi.
wrench. That put a whole wrench in the game.
Son of Simeon.
Why? What? Then there might be other Jesuses.
If somebody else got the name Jesus, that puts a whole wrench in the game.
Yeah, it does. It does.
I think it was like a common name.
I also heard two Simeons. Like,
right? And then
Yeah.
imagine, like in Josephus' book, he mentions the name Jesus, and all of a sudden people are like, well, that has to be our
And
Jesus.
all I'm saying, they had no way to confirm anybody's identity. So if you think I'm who you think I am who you say I am.
Right.
just have to
I
trust.
am everything you say I am.
Man.
And if I'm not,
Son of
would I?
Judas.
I am.
ooh, water. Sorry.
Son of
Crystal.
Joseph.
Oh my
Son of
goodness.
Jonam.
Physics, geology.
Son of Eliakim.
Look at those strata.
Son of
Rock.
Meliah.
There's evolution
of
in those
Menor.
rocks. What
Find a
is
fossil,
Son of
Jesus.
Mattatha.
Find a fossil.
Man, it's just a
Son of
story of
Nathan.
some dude who went off grid for a weekend.
Oh, wait, millions? Really? Millions of dollars to make this? Oh, the costumes,
Son
obviously.
of David.
What a little piece of shit, David.
Ugh.
We know
Son
it
of
wasn't you who
Jesse.
killed Goliath. We know it was some brother.
Son of Obed. Son of Boaz. Son of
Is he
Salmon.
like feeling the history of the earth that he's on?
Son of
and,
Nahshon.
like his ancestors? Is this
Son of Aminadab.
spirituals? Like
Son of
this seems a
Arnon.
little
Like-
spiritual.
You
So
don't
you
know
just-
walk about.
Son of Hezron.
He's got
Son of
peyote.
Perez.
Maybe that's what this
Son of
is.
He
Judah.
went in
A
the
journey of
desert and he
self-discovery.
hallucinated.
Son of Jacob.
Come on,
that
dehydration
plant
causes
was.
Son of
hallucination.
Isaac.
Ugh. Let me
Yeah,
kill my
please show
son.
me the story where he
Yes.
almost killed his
Son
son.
of Abraham.
Maybe he just decided he didn't want to do it.
Oh,
Son of Terah.
show me where another man
Son of
was going to kill
Nahor.
his son to prove to God how much
Son
he
of
loved him.
Sarah.
They
Man,
should
if
just
you do
end
that
this
today,
on
man,
the
they'll
Rainbow
lock you up.
Festival.
You go to
Child
jail
Son
today
of
if you do that.
Peleg. Son of Eber.
God damn
Son of
it.
Shelah.
I didn't, so the whole video is just names.
Son of Achashaph.
This is Worf, son of
Son of
Moog.
That would be
Son
interesting and worth
of Noah.
watching.
Yes. I want the entire Worf family line.
Son of Lamech.
Just
like
laid
this.
out.
As he,
Son
as
of
he
Methuselah.
slow motion practices his bat
Son of
lash.
Enoch.
House of this is
Son
the
of
house of
Jared.
Chronological
Jehovah.
order, and he's just slanging.
Son of Mahalalel. Son of Kainan.
Oh, the sun setting. That must
Son
mean
of
this is
Enoch.
finally almost over.
Gee, that's what he spent.
Son
That's
of
what he
Seth.
spent the time in. He spent the time in the desert
Son
trying to remember
of
his call
Adam.
log or something.
Well, we're getting close.
Oh,
We're getting close, guys.
oh,
We're at Adam.
and they're white people. Sorry.
We're getting to the white people. We must be getting close.
At the beginning of it all.
He's everyone and no one.
I'm every
Son.
Jesus.
He's super Jesus.
Oh, Son of God Almighty.
Oh no, right? There it goes. They jump straight from Adam to God. Okay, that wasn't a leap whatsoever. How'd you like that? That was 4 minutes
Wow.
of pain inducing vomit, nausea, poop pants.
Bravo.
Yes.
I would love to know how much just that one section cost to make.
What I was that like hundreds of thousands of dollars just to film some guy in sandals in a robe walking through the desert.
With the inflation and the economy and the tariffs and how everything are, I'm sure it must have been just sky high.
But ridiculous.
What a great
too.
money laundering business. Just saying.
Exactly. And there are 3 episodes. So we'll have to watch other parts of it another time. But this is as far as I got. And I just was crying. Because like okay, I have to share this with somebody. Because I cannot be alone in my tears. Knowing that they took my parents' money. They're taking good people's money, hard-earned money, and spending it so Jesus can walk through the desert
and
with
find
names.
himself, you know. It's like
Mm.
the Avatar.
The
The last airbender.
last sinner.
He's the last of his line, obviously, because the line moves through the men and wait.
Yeah, if he didn't have kids, that's it, right? That's it for him.
Who,
Dunskies.
Jesus?
Yeah,
Jesus?
Jesus.
I mean, he can
His
impregnate you
lineage
at
was
any time.
Dunskies.
Jesus can impregnate you from any time. He can just shoot you from the sky.
Pew pew pew.
Some
Big
people
guns.
claim it.
He's so powerful. He could. What was the movie Junior? Sorry. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. They should enter that in like a film festival or something. Get some recognition and the subtle undertones of what he was going through. I could see it in his eyes and the emotion.
Oh my God. That was another thing too. Is like they were trying to make it so dramatic and like draw emotion. Like, he's really thinking internally just the turmoil and his past and where he's been and where he's going to and what it all means. No, it was just the wrong thing to do. It was not artistic. It wasn't good film, not a good movie, was not moving, rather boring.
I mean, the scenery was nice. I get the vibe they were going for. I'd say
I love sand. I'm just saying, but
it definitely had like this scene is way too long vibes, like and not in a good way, like Family Guy when he overdoes a joke that it becomes funny again, Oh
yeah, it wasn't one of those. It wasn't like that. It did not get better as it went. Like, okay,
How long was that video?
That was 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
Yeah, the total video is 52.
It was like it was like watching a graduation.
Oh, that's my Jesus. Okay, yeah, finally.
Yes. All right, can we go now? They're done. They read our name.
As soon as they call your name, like, we're leaving, just so you know. You need to get a ride with a friend back home. We're done.
Yeah.
We're done. No, thank you.
My high school graduation took like less than 30 minutes.
You didn't have many people.
Yeah, it was like 80 people. It took longer to walk down to the football field than the actual graduation.
Wow. I think
Then
we
it
have
was
like
over.
300, something like that. 400 maybe.
Big city. Sorry, I'm just a small town yokel here.
Well.
I mean, we're like a small town too, I thought. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyhow, do you want to share your video next then, Dr. Time Master?
Yes.
The bar has been set high by Ryan.
I mean,
yeah, right. The JWs did that,
mine,
not me. They did all the work.
Yeah, I mean, mine isn't boring, but it may be a bit rage inciting. I don't know, rage baiting, maybe. Maybe a bit. So
my heart pumping.
Yeah. So here we go. I was doing my blood research and I came across this video talking about
I could tell he's finna tell the truth.
Oh, for sure.
Just by the way he's dressed. That's a man who tells the truth.
They are telling the truth, their truth, and that is all that matters. So,
celebrate the truth.
Surprise! Yeah. So this is a video that I found on the website that's about the hospital liaison committees and how do they assist. Right?
Yes.
You guys
HLC guys, important job.
Have you or a loved one faced a medical emergency or prepared for a serious medical procedure? If so, you know how stressful that can be. Psalm 41:3 promises that Jehovah will sustain us on our sickbed. How does he do this? Not through miraculous cures, but by lovingly providing physical, emotional, and spiritual support. One means of support is the hospital.
So you mean tell me all I can give you is a little bit of support.
Yeah, all you need is a little support. You don't need a cure. Stop praying for a cure.
That's like Ryan, you're on side of the road bleeding out. I have a car. I stop and all I can do is sit there with you. I got a cell phone. I got everything. Everything's at the ready. That I could probably help you. I got a tourniquet. Everything. I just keep.
You're just gonna sit there. You're just gonna sit there and watch.
You just need a little more support. You'll be all right. A little more support to stop it.
No.
Don't worry. You'll die soon. It's gonna be fine. You'll die very, very soon.
The more accurate analogy.
If you get your morals up, that bleeding will stop.
Yeah. Right. And remember,
better.
It wouldn't be Jehovah holding your hand on the side of the road, even though you have all the tools to help them. He would be delegating that to some random stranger who's walking by and say, hey, hold their hand, support them.
Yeah.
That's what I pay you to do.
Right. I'm sure.
Yeah. So this was the little note I made to myself here earlier, which was if you guys have ever heard of like a persuasive argument. So when you're trying to compose a persuasive argument, it's usually like there's a really standardized way of doing this. You want to hook in the listener, which, something emotional is usually a great way to hook people in. You want to state your claim clearly. You want to explain why it matters. You want to present your key arguments, and then you want to address counter arguments, ideally. And then you drive it home with your conclusion, and optional could be a closing, another emotional 1-2 punch, right? Really drive that home. So anyways, let's
see if he does it. Does he hit the mark?
Shall we continue? Because I would say in the beginning hit that pretty well with the have you ever been sick?
Hospital liaison committee.
Sorry.
Spiritual support. One means of support is the hospital liaison committee arrangement. Today, more than 16,000 brothers serve on or coordinate some 2,000 liaison committees around the world. How do they assist?
Good question.
Our role is to help doctors and Jehovah's Witnesses to...
What was that?
How do they do it?
How do they do it?
Wow.
Well, and so the claim is, right? So we've got the hook. The claim is that Jehovah's Witnesses are uniquely following God's word in the Bible, that as the representative of the governing body, as the representative of the faithful and discreet slave and all this time. Don't they use that phrase like we give the right spiritual guidance at the right time, and they make the claim that Jehovah is giving them this authority. And so they're really good about making that claim and saying how good that they provide for this. But it's also an example of like self-fulfilling prophecy, sort of like, right? Like if I know that the ask is provide kindness to people, and I provide kindness to people, I can say I fulfill that role. Even if I'm also money laundering off those people behind the scenes. I'm not making that claim here. I'm just saying, in general speaking, it could be something people could do.
Well said.
Come to a consensus on how to treat the patient without breaking God's law.
Once we visited
I'm sorry, wait. Excuse me. Did he say treat the patient? Is he a doctor?
No. Stephen.
Oh, okay. So
Stephen White man.
Okay, so he. That's
is
unfortunate.
I didn't write the script. Okay.
Tyler's face.
I didn't write the script.
Treat the patient without breaking God's law.
Once we visited a big hospital with 2 other brothers. And when we went in, we had
I
feel like he's
25
moving his
doctors
tongue
So you
waiting
awful
for
telling
us.
me you
lot.
got some? So these people are uneducated in medical stuff, right?
Yep.
The hospital
Showing
liaison
up to the
committee
hospital,
is
showing
made
up to the
of-
hospital, showing up the hospital. Hey, whoa, 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 whoa! What you need to do is
Talking
Um,
about treatment.
Yes. Yes.
Who are you?
And look,
I'm not
we
gonna.
have like round the world this is happening, right? In other languages. Look, we even found somebody in a different country who's does this. So
Yeah.
these are all the hospital liaison committee members or leadership within higher up in the organization being interviewed about what they do and what they have seen and the benefits that they've seen their work do on the healthcare community for the benefit of Jehovah's Witnesses. So hold on a second. I just want to rewind back to this the Finnish guy.
Breaking God's law.
Once we visited a big hospital with 2 other brothers. And when we went in, we had 25 doctors waiting for us. And more doctors were listening through a conference call. When we stepped into the auditorium, one of the doctors said to us, "Now you have entered a lion's den." Well, that was not an easy start. We were able to present our hospital presentation, answer their questions, and provide some medical articles.
These are medical.
Precisely. Yes.
articles, medical articles.
They were able to provide them and answer their questions and give their presentation is what he really said.
What I heard was
Sorry.
we educated these uneducated people.
Exactly. We
That's
went
how-
into
That
a
is-
group of doctors and schooled them on proper treatment because
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
sure that they're
Yeah.
years
And how
of medical
intimidating
training
was
and
it to
schooling.
walk into this big auditorium with very interested people who are very much affected by this no blood doctrine that they have, who are like, great, I'd like to get some answers. I'd like to understand. This is confusing for us as healthcare practitioners to guide people on what best to do for their own wishes, right? This is something we're trained to do. This isn't unusual for us to have people with different belief systems and different desires and understandings of what they want to have happen or not happen in their own healthcare. So we're here to guide them. And it's very difficult to guide people when you're like, this doesn't, but I don't understand. but why some things and not other things? I don't understand. So
they gave a presentation on blood thinner, not blood
Make
thinner.
it
What's the
make
things they
sense.
use? Expanders they be talking about? What's the things
I mean,
that
they have a whole host of things that they say that you can use as an alternative, but they're all things that have a place and time and limitations of what they can and cannot do. And that is not what they take into consideration when they present these things. They just present it as if we have alternatives, you guys. Obviously, why are you being so difficult? Just do the alternatives. But it's like, you don't understand that those alternatives don't work in this situation. Like you don't get to say that it is always going to work for everybody, but it is kind of the unspoken direction that they lead people to make that conclusion themselves, I think. But sorry,
They make
I'm
it
talking
sound so good.
Yeah.
Medical articles that are carefully screened and reviewed by a panel of doctors for accuracy, for credibility. Those are the articles that are provided to the hospital liaison committee brother to show to the doctor to try and
Get
persuade him
propaganda.
or her that
Persuade,
this is
thank you.
a valid
They're using
and
the right
effective
words.
treatment strategy to use that can avoid
strategy.
blood transfusion.
Now
All the right
doctors on this.
Hold on. We're gonna. I've found these articles before. I've read them. The clinical studies and the the peer reviewed, information from medical doctors, and I will go back and confirm this because I don't remember it listing out who those people were. Because they never list out who their authors are for any of their publication. And I don't remember it actually listing out who it is. But in the healthcare world, when we peer review and when we publish articles and when we do these kinds of science, we put our names on it and we stand by our work.
Exactly.
And it holds people accountable to make sure that they can stand by their work, that they're putting up factual information and well scrutinized and, peer reviewed things. They don't, but
is your work Jehovah reviewed though? That's what really matters.
Obviously not. All of this time and effort spent to keep people from the simple and easy solution.
And the people the people that's showing this information probably don't even know what they're even looking at. This is just what they've been told to say. Give them this, say this, and this is what you do.
Exactly. If you ask the wrong question, it breaks down and they're not sure what is allowed and what isn't allowed.
Look at them trying to put it in the folder to make it look official.
Right.
I can make everything look official in the folder.
Right.
I'm astute.
Are these UN colors? I don't know. Anyway,
it looks like a UN thing.
These articles that they have, I recognize this, and basically what it is, and I would love to just share with you guys that more in detail, but I don't have them here. I'm just going to tell you right now. They go into really great detail, a whole bunch of variety of trauma situations where blood loss occurs, and then try to give what actually might not be totally in a untrue clinical guideline for how to manage it, but from somebody, granted, I'm not a surgeon or anything, but as somebody who's worked and been in the healthcare industry for a very long time and knows how to read clinical trials, I'm reading it and I'm going, so you're just basically for every disease state telling them it'd be great if you could just stop that bleeding right away. That might be the first step.
Wow. Wait, are you telling me that I shouldn't let the patient bleed?
You mansplain my surgical my doctorate degree and my surgical residencies and so anyways, I just thought I'd share that. One day we'll just do a show and I'll just show it and you can take a look at it.
Yeah, I would love to do an in-depth thing.
If you don't know what you're looking for, you could be like, wow, that's they really went above and beyond and got some good information there. But
we actually should just get you to do an actual video that we can edit and then just put out, because I think that would do what I'd happily edit it for you if you'll write, script it out and perform it.
I even have medical doctors that could join me and maybe read them with me and give me their opinion on it. So maybe I will do that.
Dude, that
I
would
work
be
with some pretty cool ones, so they might be interested.
I would love that.
Anyways, sorry, let's get to the next brother liaison committee
show
member
to the
here.
doctor to try and persuade, and I have to respect
my bad.
patient that this is a valid and effective treatment strategy to use that can avoid blood transfusion.
Now doctors understand patients can make their own choices regarding blood, and I have to respect the choices patients make, and they now understand that they can treat patients now without the use of blood.
Okay, so they respect the choice the patients make, but the liaison committee would not respect the choices that the patient makes.
Is limiting their choices.
Basically. But even if they did choose outside, if they were like, okay, you're right, I don't want to die, doctor, save me, they would be telling them, you're going to get disfellowshipped.
I bet those high-ranking members of Jehovah's Witnesses getting all the blood they want.
I
bet that governing body.
Valid reason for thinking that maybe they would want to change the policy on it. Absolutely. And
they
probably
bathing in it.
They're bathing in it. Internally, I guess. I personally think that the more higher up people that have the ability to change these rules are affected by not, confronting with the blood transfusion or not blood transfusion or any version thereof, I think that's where the fractions came from personally, because there's no other explanation I can think of for why that would suddenly be okay. But I digress. I just want to go back to this guy really quick. I want to rewind it. Sorry. He's a hospital liaison committee member. And the captions were on when I was reading it on my iPhone. And there was a part where I thought he was saying, I respect their decision, but he's quoting a doctor saying, I respect their decision.
Exactly.
That was confusing for anybody else, but this isn't new. Like, every doctor I've ever met is supposed to do, here's what we think we should do for this situation, and, inform you so you can be informed consenting to whatever treatment options you want. And so their only goal is to make sure you truly understand what it is you're asking for. Because when people ask for the no blood alternatives in situations where it's not going to work and it's inappropriate to do, that would be a cause for pause for the doctor to be like, well, wait a minute. Are you sure you understand what it is you're asking? Because this isn't going to work, and make sure you understand that. And so, but every doctor knows that we don't just go, sorry, too bad, we're doing this. I don't care if you don't consent to this, we're doing it. Tie them down.
Yeah, strap them in.
I can't speak for maybe some psych hospitals, but this is certainly not something that a doctor would need to be told to do. They're wanting to know, why should we believe that your Jehovah's Witness, our Jehovah's Witness patients understand what they're doing and what they're getting into, and that's why they want to know. But anyway, hear him say it again.
Patients can make their own choices regarding blood, and I have to respect the choices patients make, and they now understand that they can treat patients now without the use of blood.
Our surgeons
basically
incredibly
let the doctors
fantastic.
know they can clear their conscience when their patient dies, because that's probably going to happen. The patient is well aware that they're probably putting their life on the line. Okay, good to know.
Right.
Do they have the option for Brondo?
It's got electrolytes, I hear.
I think you just put Monster straight into your veins. Just saying. Just inject it.
Anyway, they then get some, doctor specialist. Transfusion medicine specialist Canada. They had a lot of Canadian doctors.
About doing procedures differently, advanced technology to do procedures that now didn't require a blood transfusion.
We embrace the idea that we should treat respectfully the wishes of the Jehovah's Witness patients.
Serious medical situations are stressful. Emergency.
Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. Shit.
Oopies.
There we go. Okay.
There you go.
Just notice that none of these doctors said, we agree with the alternative decisions, the alternative products will always be great. They didn't capture a snapshot of them saying anything like that. They caught them saying that they are respectful of people's decisions.
How much you want to bet they don't know? They probably kind of like had a skewed view of what they was asking them.
I am curious to know if these doctors are aware of what propaganda they've contributed to.
Yeah, how they've been put into their videos. Like, did they get paid for this? Did they sign up for it? I wonder.
I don't know. Curious.
Should treat respectfully the wishes of the Jehovah's Witness patients.
Serious medical situations are stressful, and decisions often need to be made quickly, including those involving blood. The hospital liaison committee arrangement provides comfort and help at the right time.
Comfort.
For the past year.
At the right time.
Oh, just like Jehovah's Word.
Just at the perfect time.
Here I've been going through an extremely difficult trial. There was some false starts.
Oh yeah, this is fun. Okay. I want you to take note before we get started on this, that this gentleman is, in my mind, a hospice patient.
I see it.
This man is at end stage cancer.
Oh,
no longer at risk for needing a blood transfusion. And when people find out that they have cancer too late, and their cancer is like really progressed, really one of the main things that is likely to be successful is aggressive chemo treatment. And aggressive chemo treatment will drop your blood cell counts pretty low, pretty fast. And it makes you feel like crap, right? And so what you're going to need to do to offset that is often a blood transfusion, because you're just not able to get those blood levels up with just the EPO shots and the filgrastim shots and all that stuff that's meant to raise your body's ability to make more red blood cells. It doesn't always work, especially if you have a very, very aggressive advanced cancer. So this man is no longer in danger of needing a blood transfusion because he's clearly at home on hospice. And this is the emotional evidence of how great they are.
Starts misdiagnosis. We finally got diagnosed about a year ago that I had esophageal cancer. I know that Jehovah, in this present evil, wicked system of things, won't snap his finger and say, cancer be gone. I know that. And I've never asked him for that or prayed for that. But what I have prayed for is comfort for not only myself, but for my family. It's an answer to my prayer. I pray for help and they show up. He has delivered tenfold what would be expected.
Jehovah will sustain him on.
Sorry.
What exactly did Jehovah
Your
deliver?
hospice nurse probably
What
is
was
doing
what was the
a lot
purpose?
for your comfort.
Exactly.
What was the purpose of him being in here?
I'm not. That's what I'm curious about.
I was waiting for.
Strings.
Exactly.
I was waiting till you get to the point. It was
Manipulation.
It's to pull on your emotional heartstrings. It's to watch somebody who's facing death and who, I don't know, they never actually said, did he refuse a blood transfusion? Is that why, he's on hospice and that he's not actually, getting cured from his cancer? Like they don't tell you those things. They just tell you enough to get you emotionally stirred and stimulated and think about your own loved ones and people who've died, and puts you in an emotional state to receive the information on your brain, imprint that onto your brain. So
you can receive Jehovah, understand.
Murder. Look at how good he's taking it. He's gonna die for Jehovah. I'm gonna do that too.
And
he's taking it on the chin.
Do you believe that he never prayed to Jehovah to help cure his cancer? Do you think there might have been a time when maybe he had hope, especially after the hospice?
I believe he would never. I believe he would never say it publicly. I believe that.
Right.
I think
he probably won't tell anybody.
I think the hospital liaison committee members give a lot of false hope in situations where the alternatives don't work. And
I bet.
There was definitely a time where that man thought, yeah, I can do this chemo aggressively and not need blood transfusions. But oncologists aren't going to just go, well, you said you wanted this and you don't want a blood transfusion, so we're just going to keep pushing that chemo until you die. No. No. Until you die or until you're cured. Let's do this, right? Like
either way, let's go. Let's do it.
That's not what they do.
Whichever way Jehovah wants.
Right.
It's exactly what Jehovah wants. I know for certain.
Right. But yeah, that is a person who's shifted their he's certainly come to an acceptance phase of his dying process, and for that I am hopeful for him that he had a quality of life at the end of his life,
The liaison is showing.
Yeah, that
the
he got that.
The liaison is showing up. The liaison is showing up.
Yeah.
Outside of that, he works at like a department store.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Like unqualified, incapable, whatever.
Okay. I just want to just split over for 2 seconds and share something with you. I do work in hospice, and I participate in what are called like interdisciplinary team meetings, where we all get together with nurses, doctors, chaplains, social workers, everybody on the team talks about each patient every 2 weeks. It's a legal requirement for us to offer these services and bill to show that we're following them, that we're meeting their needs, that they're comfortable, et cetera, et cetera. And sometimes social things get discussed about people, their family lives, their whatever. There was a Jehovah's Witness patient that we had on service that they specifically mentioned about it. And they said, well, they declined the chaplain because they had their own spiritual support, which the person seemed to really benefit from initially, but had to eventually tell them to stop coming for such long periods of time because they would show up for 3 hours and do like shepherding stuff. And finally, like, basically we are concerned for this person's comfort, and we're here to advocate for them. And if they wanted something, but it's not really what they want, but then they feel obligated to, like keep it there, we can step in and just say, hey, we'll help you. Would you like us to ask them to just limit their visits or, whatever. Anyway,
they were just counting their time.
Yeah,
I'm not.
That's all.
Think about. I mean, I know that now I don't think they have to, or maybe only some have to. I forget. But that's what they were doing. They were like, "Oh, this is easy. Like 2 hours. Sit here and talk about Jehovah, and I'm giving a witness."
Right. And not being courteous of the fact that somebody could be very tired and have a lot
needs to recover.
Energy. Yeah,
and doesn't want to entertain you or be entertained. Maybe.
Right.
Even in your tiredness, you better have time for Jehovah.
Exactly. Give it all to Jehovah.
What would be expected?
Sad guy. Okay.
Jehovah will sustain him on his sick bed. During his sickness, you will completely change his bed. Sometimes there's a sick patient in bed fighting for their life, and they're surrounded by family and friends. And the strongest person in the room is the person in the bed. And it's this scripture being fulfilled. Sometimes they're the one encouraging everyone else. They're the ones telling everyone else, don't cry. It's going to be okay. Everything's going to be fine. And that's Jehovah sustaining them on their sick bed.
Receiving the benefits
that's
from the HLC.
Jehovah sustaining them on their sick bed? Is that what it is? I'm sorry. The patient trying to make everyone else feel better about the fact they're dying.
Or maybe that's not what it is at all. Maybe that's just somebody overcompensating, or I don't know.
That's the best he can do.
Yeah.
That's the support I'm getting.
You could at least, if you ain't gonna cure me, you could at least ease some of the pain.
Well, that's what he was praying for at the end. Sorry.
The hospital makes me believe something about the HLC that's very special. It's all based on love. It's based on love, first and foremost, for Jehovah.
Oh, yep. Priorities.
And appreciation for what he's given us, the health that we have.
Yep. Appreciate
and
that health.
To be privileged to receive that love.
And healthcare.
And to give that love.
The hospice nurse.
Is a privilege.
They mean nothing.
Each of us also plays a vital role by doing two important things.
I just want to point out, we are 4 minutes and 34 seconds into this video, and they are only now going to give you some advice on how you can actually prepare yourself for your own health.
I was wondering, man, we at the end and ain't said nothing.
When is it going to get to
First,
the point?
By having a current, completed, simplified, durable power of attorney, DPA.
Which you notice is the blood card. Sorry.
By having a current, completed, simplified, durable power of attorney, DPA card. Second,
they do this too
in advance of any medical.
What's that?
They do this too willy-nilly. They just be letting people sign their card. They're signing their life away. Like, oh, I trust you. Yeah, okay.
I mean, I say I read and
that's messed up,
terms and conditions of everything without ever reading it. So
you ain't able to make decisions about your life. You may want that blood transfusion, but your power of attorney Brother Larry.
Exactly.
Brother
That's
Larry
the
say,
wrong person. They will
Brother
not
Larry,
make the
like,
right decisions for you.
I said, no, we're not going to give him any.
Yep. Yep.
Procedure. Ensure your doctors will support your healthcare decisions.
How they looking at that?
Oh yes,
like,
yes.
oh, yes.
I understand. I see this now. Yes. I got it. But that was it. There was no other advice. It was just sign the card and then hand it over.
You're good to go. You're Jehovah's hands.
They spent 6 minutes just to say, hey, man, get you a thing, but sign one of us over.
Yeah, get a durable power of attorney, POA, get, a healthcare appointed person, and there's so much they're leaving out. For example, I do recommend people get these things put into place. You don't have to use a blood card to do it. And there are super cheap and easy ways that you can get a durable power of attorney for healthcare and financial decisions. And also, by the way, you need a separate one for a vehicle. Don't get me started. But if something happens to you, it is always better to have a representative that you trust to make certain decisions for you. And I would always recommend people do that ahead of time. If you are underage, it's always going to default to your parents. So there's no point in doing that. But if you are an adult, it will follow to your parents if you don't list anybody. And if your parents are not alive, it will fall to your siblings. And if it falls to your siblings, it falls to all of your siblings together. And they all have to agree, which is the same for if it was your children, it would fall to all of your children and not just your firstborn or any of that. So all your children now have to agree on what to do for you.
Yikes.
For everything. So it just makes things
it's
nicer.
better to plan ahead. It's definitely better to plan ahead and have that stuff prepared for, but this is definitely not the way to do it.
But there's a lot more detail to it that could be helpful to know. And given how much people, just as Tyler says, just signs the card, right? Like I'm sure I read it. Yeah, I understand it. Yeah. And then you go and give it to your healthcare provider there. But what are you really saying? What do you really know about what you're asking for? Do you know what this looks like? Do you know how this might be interpreted?
You know what they sound like? They sound like those sovereign citizen people when they get pulled over.
Oh,
and they ask them, and they say, "I'm not driving, I'm traveling." Like, what? I'm not driving, officer. I'm traveling.
I'm just traveling.
No, you can't operate. I'm not driving a car. I'm traveling.
Traveling, like in basketball. No. So let's see. Let's go back to our persuasive argument. So we got the hook the listener, state your claim clearly, which is that hospital liaison committee fulfills God's requirements, blah, blah, blah. Explain why it matters, present your key arguments, address counter arguments, crickets, drive it home, conclusion, and then optional, an emotional closing ending. So let's see how they wrap this up.
Doctors will support your healthcare decisions. How grateful we are for the Hospital Liaison Committee arrangement and the thousands of brothers working tirelessly on our behalf.
Volunteer.
This is truly evidence of Jehovah's loving interest and care.
Oh, that is such good evidence there.
Wasn't that evidence of everything, you guys?
It was.
I'm about to go sign them up. I'm gonna put them in my bank account too.
What about the Mormons? I thought you were gonna switch. I thought you were.
You might as well. If you're gonna let them dictate whether you can get blood or not, just give them access to everything. You know my body. You know medical more than the medical people, Larry. And Larry's giving you advice while he's caught you at the store while at work.
Now I remembered another video. It's much longer, and I don't know where it is, and we're not going to watch it today. But going back to the one hospital liaison committee member who went and gave a presentation, and it was intimidating, and it was in front of in this big auditorium with all these doctors. I have seen a YouTube video from a healthcare, like from a medical university that train, that trains doctors and stuff, and it's attached to a hospital, and so it's like a teaching hospital basically. And so they had guest lecture, and they had somebody like a doctor talking about their experiences with, I believe it was just regular blood, like adults with blood transfusion needs. But then I went and compared that video because it was very interesting to one from Seattle Children's, and the side by side of watching like a medical doctor discuss a case in an event, especially in detail, and when it's also emotional and it didn't go well, compared to the hospital liaison committee member, the brother who came down to give his presentation on what is blood and why you should just use the alternatives and stop the bleeding. No,
yeah,
I'd love to
not
find
a
those again and just
comparison.
do a side by side.
Yeah, not a good comparison because they're not credible. It just doesn't stand up. They don't. It's just a bunch of ways to control people.
It's
For
like
what?
having me it's like me being a liaison.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah,
That's what it's just like power hungry people. You just want some power to lord over people. Like, oh, I'm on the liaison committee. I tell people when they can, how to live, how to die, whatever.
If I were to get reinstated and lose my mind, if I were to get reinstated, I would have a significant amount of credibility in my credentials and my training and experience and work to be able to do this hospital liaison committee member and to do this thing, but I would never ever be allowed to do it.
If you was to go back to Jehovah's Witness, it'd be the worst thing ever, because now here you are with your doctorate going back to Jehovah.
It's full circle, baby.
They'd be like, see, she left the world, she now got a doctorate, all that, and she came back to the truth.
And I still came back.
In Jehovah. And then you're gonna start making videos and wet Jeebus.
I think we should make clickbait wet Jesus videos. What was clickbaity wet Jesus?
Agree.
Oh, was it the icon on the thumbnail?
The thumbnail, I had a wet Jesus, and we didn't watch Wet Jesus, but I promise we can watch Wet Jesus next week if you really want Wet Jesus.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm down for some wet.
Some of them pics, some of them nibbles, some of them areolas. Thank you for the $10 there, Dan.
Thank you, Dan. If we talk about wet Jesus, can we also talk about gender bender Jesus?
Oh yeah, let's do it. I'm all about it.
I was thinking about I was watching Futurama. The gender bender.
Oh yeah, the gender bender episode, that was pretty good. There's also an X-Files gender bender episode too.
Oh yeah. Well, he wouldn't know nothing about X-Files. All right, well, you guys, it's been an hour. Let's wrap up. But I had a good time. This was fun, even though I'm kind of frustrated a little bit, but that's cool. That's fine. It's no biggie.
Did I rage bait you more than clickbait?
Just a little. That's okay. I'll take it. Got my blood pumping. Get me ready for the weekend. You guys want to say goodbye? Are you guys doing anything interesting you want to advertise for? No.
Oh, yeah, I do. TikTok banned my account out of nowhere. I did nothing wrong, and I'm gone. So
wow, that sounds like somebody that did something wrong.
I'm upset. I woke up Saturday morning to Tyler Rickshaw telling me I'm dead and I don't exist. Zero warnings. Zero warnings, no content violation, nothing. And then they only give you the option to download your account or appeal. So I hit the appeal button, and it's a generic thing that doesn't actually let you say anything or do anything or contact anybody. And then they never give you the option to download anything. So I lost everything. It's fine, whatever. Oh, I did get my appeal email back. It was generic. It said nothing personal and said basically, we found your account violated community guidelines. Didn't tell me what I did. I have no idea what I did.
Liar. I'm so sorry. That sucks. Yeah, because when you lose all the connections that you built all those years, it's messed up. I know the frustration.
I criticized Donald Trump several videos. The last 3 videos I made were just
criticizing
Donald Trump.
Give me a mother freak. Stop it.
All I could.
Snowflakes.
That's the only evidence I have. I uploaded one stitch to a news channel that had Donald Trump, and it immediately violated community guidelines. You know, when you upload it and it immediately says it violates it.
It's like already like, nah,
I was like,
bitch,
whatever, who cares? And then I just moved on, and then I made different videos, and apparently
what you need to
on
do
TikTok,
is you need to start using that beautiful brain of yours and that beautiful face of yours and start making some long form content.
Yeah, I know.
And
I'm over it.
I'm
stop making
and you'll make money on this app. You'll make money on YouTube. So
TikTok dead. TikTok dead, yo.
It is dead.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's about to get really bad because
here we go. Not ending the podcast.
Yeah, it's not worth it. All right.
I will do my best to actually make some YouTube content. We'll see. Fine.
I'll help you. All right. Bye, guys. We'll see you next Friday. Mwah.